Statewide reading assessments results released this month show 1 in 5 third graders in Indiana don't have basic reading skills. There's a glimmer of hope, though, for 2 of South Bend's worst performing schools. Reading scores at Marquette and Miesel elementary schools went up this year. Marquette Montessori is not a traditional school.
Montessori, in a nutshell, is the education of the whole child.
The kindergarten through 6th grade school follows the Montessori model. Teachers are more like guides, and they help students create and follow their own path to learning through projects and hands-on exploration.
You're preparing them to be citizens of the world.
But because it is a public school, students are also preparing to take the traditional standardized tests, like IREAD and ILEARN. Unfortunately, at Marquette and some other South Bend schools, test results over the years haven't been good. That's why after several years of receiving failing grades from the state, Marquette and Miesel Elementary are now part of the corporation's redesign plan. It's an effort to turn around the schools and avoid a state takeover.
We've set really lofty goals. We want every student reading on grade level. That's going to be tough, and it's going to take us some time.
The redesign plan was officially launched in 2021. Each school hired a new principal and social worker. Teachers and school leaders received additional training, on-site coaching, and new pay incentives. And support services for families were strengthened.
They are well capable. Our children are intelligent. Our children are hardworking kids.
It has now been 1 year, and Marquette Principal Matt Emery says there is slow growth taking place, and it started with building trust.
I'm not going to go into a meeting and say, these are our scores from last year. It's not. We are in the people business. We're humans, and so we wanted to form positive relationships first and foremost.
Marquette's IREAD scores are up this year, and so are Miesel's. Take a look at this. In 2021, only 50% of students at Marquette Elementary School were reading at grade level. In 2022, this past spring, 69% of third graders were now reading at grade level. And the increases appeared at Miesel too. In 2021, 16% of third graders were reading at grade level at Miesel. This year, in 2022, 31% of third graders were reading at grade level.
We are much more than just one test score a year.
Emery admits there is still a lot of work left to do for Marquette, for Miesel, and for other South Bend schools.
We're not a failing school. We're not. Irregardless, we are not a failing school. And if you just walked in our hallways and were greeted by our kiddos and our staff, you would feel it too.
ILEARN math scores for both schools improved in 2022 over 2021. And there is improvement at some of the district's middle schools as well. Coming up on Wednesday, our Operation Education is looking at the data. What does that growth look like, and how far behind are these schools compared to others in the area? In the studio, Kristen Bean, WSBT 22 News.